What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Talks with Ty. Today, I want to thank all of my viewers, also my guest, Nigel from Nigels Driving Specialist, the school. How you feeling today?
I'm doing good. We looking good. We feeling good. I'm good. I'm ready to go.
That's the energy I like. Now, y'all already know before we get things started, we got to take a toast. So let's do the toast. You know what I mean?
Period.
For black people, black excellence, more money, you know, longevity.
Money. Yeah, exactly.
All right, so before I get things started, I just want to say I love what you're doing, you know, for you to be just giving people a tool where they can add to their life, because I don't think people realize, having a license, that applies in different areas of their life. You can get jobs through that way, you know what I mean, traveling, it's just a lot. So, I want to just go into, you know, what made you even go into that direction of career, you know, wise, you know, because out of all career areas, that's an interesting one to take. So, you know, let's dive in a little bit backstory about how you got into that.
Okay. So first and foremost, I never thought that I would be teaching someone how to drive. I just never thought that. It started off with me taking my driver's test, believe it or not, 20 times.
Okay.
Yeah, so I took it 20 times. I failed 20 times, yo. I promise it wasn't because I didn't know how to drive, but I literally wasn't driving to PennDOT standards.
Oh.
So, you know, it's a street way, and then you got your PennDOT way.
Okay.
You know, so I was young, dumb, and I just was literally going there driving with my one hand and just doing everything that I wasn't supposed to do until eventually I wrote everything down that they said I was doing wrong. I did try one driving company to help me.
Okay.
And they was teaching me how I was already driving. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and just write everything down that they said I'm doing wrong, and let me do it the right way on the 21st time.
Okay.
I did that. I went to the levy PennDOT and I passed. I finally passed.
You finally passed.
Yeah, I finally passed. Yeah, on the 21st time, I finally passed. So I literally just was like, let me just go ahead and tell my friends, listen, don't be a me. Y'all watch me.
Right.
Let me show y'all what y'all need to do. Y'all gonna go there and y'all gonna get your license. They start getting it on the first try, and word of mouth, it took off from there.
Wow. So this was something where it was something that kind of, in a sense, was not necessarily, it was difficult, but you was just going past it at some point. You knew you was going to do it at some point.
Exactly.
But you took that and was like, you know what, I'm going to help people.
Right. Exactly. And I didn't even realize, I'm like, okay, everyone is teaching. When I did start driving, I'm like, people are teaching me how to drive. What's wrong? They have their license. Why am I not passing? But I never was putting into play. These people that's teaching me, they had their license for years.
Right.
So they teaching me what they didn't already got used to. You know, do it this way. Drop the two hands. You look crazy. Do it like this. So, you know, I was doing what they was telling me to do, and it wasn't nothing wrong with it, but it was the street way.
Right.
So I just literally need to go there, do it the PennDOT way. Once they pass me, then you can drive comfortably.
Right.
Yeah, so that's basically what it was.
I love that for you. I love that you was able to turn an experience into financial stability. I want to hear how you took that experience into navigating it, into creating an avenue for yourself into being an entrepreneur.
Right. So I was young, so I always worked different places. So I worked at Burger King fast food for a little while. I was fired from there, and I said, okay, let me go dib and dab in retail.
Right.
So I know I did Forever 21, Hollister, and then after that, I will never forget, my mom was like, how about you to go, you know, what is it called? Be a house manager I think it's called, can't remember the name, but it was basically working with the mental retardation.
Okay.
And she was like, you know, you'll sit, and I was like, well, Mom, I'm a little scared.
Why are you
scared?
I'm
not gonna lie. I just was scared. I just never did it before. And then, it's just different. And I just was scared. She was like, well, you know, you need to get out your fear. It's not that deep.
Okay.
I trained for it. I was a manager making $20 an hour. It was really a good pay. I'm like, okay, I think this is fine. I was there for a while, and I never dropped teaching people how to drive off. I never dropped it off. I always had it. Just on the side, I would do it here and there. It kept growing and growing and growing. I was in college. Let's not forget.
Okay, period.
In college, and I was a fool. I will say that. And the reason why I'm going to say I was a fool is because I was literally showing people how to drive, y'all. I'll say probably for $50 until they mastered the technique.
Okay.
But I say that, and they literally didn't get out my car. So they would go with me to college. Okay, you done your class? All right, I'm going to drive us back to...
Girl, not that you...
Yes, doing all of that. Doing all of that. You know, you got to start somewhere.
And you started somewhere.
And I started somewhere. That was literally me starting somewhere. But again, I never transformed it over into entrepreneur situation. Yeah, I never. I'm like, you know, I'm just working where I'm working. I'm just doing it.
You just wanted to help people.
Honey, I think I got into a situation at the place where I was the last job, working with the mental retardation.
Okay.
Something happened, and I was fired again. I said, okay, now this is not looking good. I think I need to go ahead and...
I love your determination.
Yeah, for sure. It's with the felon and then the being fired. It's just like at this point. But I was like, you know what? Maybe entrepreneurship, this might be a genetic thing. Because no, for real, my mom, she has her own business.
Yes.
My father is the same way. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I need to go full force with the whole teaching people how to drive.
I love that. Like now that you want to think bigger.
Exactly. I said, let me go ahead and try that out. I've been doing it on the side, but I can do this full time. My clients have been crying for me to come on, do me on weekdays, and I'm like, no, I have a life outside of here. This is literally just something on the side.
Right.
I never thought that I would, go full force, but I did it full force, and I've been stumping for 13 years now.
Wow.
Yep. So
I love that for you.
for sure.
Where has been the craziest driving experience you feel like you've been in?
I'll say probably like the beginning, like when I first started. I never realized that when somebody said they don't know how to drive, they literally mean what they said. Like, it's to the point where as though I'm like, okay, so we're going to start off. We already know safety is first, seatbelt first, and everything. Let's fix our mirrors. Right. All right, let's do our controls. Where's your horn?
Okay.
And they're like, okay, so horn. The wheel right here, though. All right, so we got our horn. I'm like, baby, it's on the wheel. And we learned that when we young. But you know what? See, I didn't want to. We would say that and we would laugh and we'll say, baby, it's on the wheel. We learned that but no, when somebody say they never drove before, some people just literally. And you might be like, okay, well, haven't you been in the passenger side at this point? You never see road rage? And they're like, literally like, no, like I really don't have a clue.
Wow.
So I feel like that's one of the craziest things. And then when actually driving, you can talk to people all day long and they can hear you, but not when they're nervous.
Right.
When they're nervous, they go deaf, they go blind. So you'll tell them, hey, you want to start pressing the brake right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pressing it and giving the gas. So it's just crazy situations with that. But other than that, as I kept doing it and getting better at my craft, I knew, okay, some things that got to change if this is going to be my
I love that. Do you, like, throughout your process, like, what do you feel like was the key things you developed during this? Like, was it patience? Was it managing yourself right? Was it communication with people? Because I know with clients and just working with people can be its own job in itself. You know what I mean?
So ask that question again. You said, what do I think? What
do you think is the most key things you developed in this process?
Guess what? I didn't develop anything until now.
Wow.
13 years later. Can you believe that? It took me to have something that I was good at, realize this is what I wanted to do, and I was just doing it and it was getting big and literally trial and error. I'm literally just working, okay, I gotta change this because then this happened when the girl did this. Okay, the client canceled, I gotta start a cancellation. But like now is when I developed everything that I need to develop. Like I realized like, okay, instead of me getting fired or, playing around at these jobs, I should have been taking notes.
Wow.
Taking notes on what happened when I did something wrong. Did they write me up? How many times did they write me up? When I came in late, did they fire me right away? Because, I'm winging it. All of this time I've been winging it. It's like right now I'm just doing disciplinary actions and just everything that has to do in reference to being an entrepreneur and running your own company. Wow. So I'm developing everything right now, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah, so you gotta I'll tell people all the time, if you wanna be an entrepreneur, when you working at these jobs, don't just work there and quit to start the entrepreneur. No, don't quit that 9 to 5. Work that 9 to 5 and learn from them on how they running things. So when you get your own business, you'll know exactly what you need to do. Have a business plan and all of that. I'm just doing all that right now. I've been open for 13 years. Why don't I got a business plan and all of that?
Right.
All of that just came about.
I love that for you. Like when you said like this is what you knew when you wanted to do, like how did you get into that mindset, or was it a fulfilling moment for you, like knowing that this is what you was meant to do, or what you feel like, the most that you felt like this is what was working for you or what you was here to do?
I knew it was what I was here to do when I started changing things up. Remember I said like a crazy situation of, what may have happened in reference to an accident when teaching people how to drive. And I still was doing it. I'm like, this crazy as hell. Tomorrow, hey, you want to come up tomorrow at 5 p.m.? I'll go ahead and teach you how to drive, help you on your turn. I'm like, okay, this is serious. This is something that I really want to do. Because driving is a dangerous thing, especially when you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, damn sure.
And then you... No, for real. It's like, this is, I'm literally, y'all, I'm in my own lane. I ain't selling hair. Yeah, I style people on the side and all that. I ain't doing lashes. No shade, but I'm in my own lane, y'all.
Literally.
I'm teaching people how to drive. And when you look in the driving school business, it's old men. No shade, but it's old men. So I'm up and coming right now. Like I'm doing my thing. I'm
That
in my
should
own
be your
lane.
slogan.
What?
I'm in my own lane.
Yeah, no, but I'm literally am though. Like a lot of people say, yes, okay, so what you doing? It's like, oh, you're a stylist. And I'm like, no, I teach you how to drive. Right, your clothes, right? Like, what you mean drive? Like you're driving, teach you how to, no, I teach you how to drive. Like this is literally what I do. So yeah, it took when them crazy situations was happening, I was doing things that make the business better, getting brakes in the vehicle, things that you have when you're trying to be a driving school.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's when I knew, okay, this is serious and this is what I want to do, and I'm gonna go full force. And that's why every day I'm here to make it better. This is my livelihood. This is how I eat. It ain't nothing else out here that I really want to do. I can tell because I keep doing it.
Wow, I love, and I can feel the energy. Like I feel the energy. I love it so much. Out of all the like these other driving schools, like why, like what makes them want to come back to Nigels though? Like what makes, is it the? I feel like it would be the energy for me. I'd be in the car just because you there.
Okay, and it is so crazy. It's my uniques.
Wow.
It's my uniques. Other companies, they will literally show you how to drive and all of that, and then you get to the end and be like, wait, can we do parking? They're like, oh no, come back some more. And then when you come back some more. When you come back towards you test, that's when we're gonna show you how to park. They do all of that so you can keep coming back, keep getting your money. You can come and book a lesson with me. You're gonna learn the controls of the vehicle. You're gonna learn how to park. You're gonna learn your driver's test route. You're gonna do expressway. They be like, wow, that's all of that in one lesson?
Right.
You're not scared that I ain't gonna come back? I'm that confident.
Wow. Girl.
I'm that confident.
I love that. What keeps you motivated through all this process of like everything?
My why. I learned that from Milano. Every time you feel like you want to give up, every time you feel like it's too much, every time you feel like, oh my God, I gotta learn something new again, I gotta change this aspect. Just, you know what, I'm just go work a 9 to 5 again. It's just easier when somebody else is running it. Always remember your why. Remember why you started. I started because I fell and I wanted to help people pass on their first trial so they won't be me. That's my why every day. Yeah, so let me teach this person how to drive. They feel like they really can't drive. They done got into accidents. They have fear of driving. Let me show them that no. Driving can be better if you're doing it the right way. And I can help you get your license on the first try in the midst of doing all of that as well.
I love that.
So your why, you have to remember your why.
What's been your favorite part about being in this career? Like, has it been like just people passing, the responses you've been getting? Like, what's been the favorite?
It's literally the people passing on the first try. It does something to me. It's crazy because it's 13 years, right? And I literally was listening to my my videos. So every time an instructor get a pass, they have to send over the recording saying like, thanks to Nigels driving, I got my license on the first try. They sent it over and I still get them butterflies in my heart when they say it. Wow. So them passing on the first try is what gets me going. That's lit.
Why do you think somebody should strive to be an entrepreneur?
This question, well, I don't think someone should strive to be an entrepreneur. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm only gonna say that you have to really be ready, y'all. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to have your 9 to 5, and you have to, like I said, learn from that 9 to 5. If you are really trying to be an entrepreneur, you should have everything out. Okay, I got my business plan. I have my disciplinary action situation. I know how I'm going to hire people, how I'm going to fire people. My core focuses, my core values, my uniques. You have to have all of this stuff before you even just jump out there and say, I'm an entrepreneur and leave where you're at. Know all of this stuff. Like I said, have your business plan, have your license down. So many people start business. A white man can come in today or tomorrow and shut it all down. You don't have nothing together. No paperwork, no nothing. So the whole striving to be an entrepreneur thing is like, don't do that unless you're really ready and you have all that together. Some people see something that they're good at and they just jump and go do it with no plan. Now they get real big, right?
Yeah.
They get real big and they eventually say, okay, I need to hire. They don't know how to do it. They doing so much trial and error. Yeah. People hating them, don't nothing look together when they get in the job. It's like, this company is a mess. She ain't got no manuals, nothing. Everything just looks bad. So if you trying to be an entrepreneur, make sure you have all that together. So that way when you jump out there and go full force, you ready. You can refer back to your own stuff when something happened. Okay, I gotta fire this person. Let me go back to my paperwork when I wrote that down. You don't got nothing to refer back on. You don't need to be striving to be no entrepreneur. You need to be, you gotta crawl before you walk. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So go ahead and keep crawling and stay where you at. Yeah. And then eventually progress. Yes. How about this? Work for all the entrepreneurs that you see so you can see if this is really what you want to do. See what's going on. Get on the back end. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, get on the back end when you working with these companies. Like, it's people that come to me and they like, you know what, I like working for you because I'm like, by you being you go to Wendy's or whatever, you don't be with the owner. You don't get to talk to the owner like that. Just talk to me, learn from me, see what I'm going through. Because when y'all clock out, I'm still going through it. I'm still clocked in. I don't never clock out. Yeah.
Wow, girl, you got me over here speechless.
I'm not playing with him. I'm not playing. He took right here. I'm not playing. No, for real though, because everybody want to be an entrepreneur, but it's like you don't know what
It's about understanding.
Yeah, it's serious. Yeah, you got to know what's going on. Yeah, they be thinking like, oh no, because I'm good at doing hair. But do you want to do hair forever? You're gonna get old soon. You know, retirement plans and all of that stuff come about. Yeah, it's easier when you're working for somebody. Yeah. Whereas though when you got your own stuff, you got to know where you signing up at, what you're doing, how you're doing it, where you're going. You got to know.
And I love that you said it because, like, so many people can be so good at so many different things. Like, just how you, in a sense, you obviously you're good at styling. I mean, can you see? Is she on camera? Is it on? But, like, you know, even navigating through that, like, oh, yeah, I'm good at styling. Oh, yeah, I'm teaching this. But how do you know which one to master more?
Exactly. That was a good one. That was really a good one. Because, like, it's like, okay, I'm good at styling. And that's why I consider those things like, okay, so right now, y'all, teaching people how to drive is my business. That's what I do.
That's how you eat.
This is how I eat. Whereas though, exactly. I'm gonna starve if I stop that today tomorrow. That the styling is a side hustle. Okay. Promoting companies is a side hustle.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? What else do? I have my own event space of where my office is.
Okay.
A side hustle.
You know what that sound like to me?
Sound like a Mexican to me. I'm getting a little bit there. I get wet and a little bit there, get my feet wet a little bit.
It sounds like an entrepreneur to me.
It does. But I know that the driving company is where I'm at.
That's what
everything else is, you know. Yeah. It's just on the side. It's a side hustle.
I love that though.
That business is the driving company.
I love that. So what are your goals for your businesses, rather the driving school, all of your other side businesses? Do you have any like bigger goals? Like do you ever want to move out of Philly? Like what makes you want to still, you know, support Philly? Like what's the goals for you and your companies?
Okay, so the goals for Nigels Driving Specialist is me opening up different counties, cities, but I mainly want to open up in Atlanta. Like right now, that's my next goal. That's my 10-year target.
I see it.
Yeah,
so Atlanta's thriving right now.
For sure, for Black entrepreneurs.
Girl, listen, I'm gonna meet you out there.
Come on, man. Bring the LED light and everything. I got my LED light too, so you bring it, honey. Listen, for real though. So, no, for real, y'all, because I go out there in March. So I already started. I'm not playing.
Period. I love that for you.
So I did the Black Beauty Expo. They had one in Atlanta. So I'm really looking for pop-up shops that's in Atlanta so I can keep getting known, getting known. I'm doing it how I did it. Like I got Philly on Smash, Jersey on Smash.
Love that.
So now I'm trying to be on Smash out of Atlanta.
Period.
I'm trying to bring what's not normal out there. I'm trying to make it normal.
Period.
So I know driving school is not really their thing, but I'm gonna make it their thing. Everybody need to learn how to drive.
Okay. Yeah. At this point, I love it. Right. I love it. Look, y'all. Obviously, y'all need to watch out because obviously she's on the way.
Right, for period. Listen, and then after that is VA. Listen, I'm up. I'm moving. I'm leaving all y'all behind.
She's on the way.
Yeah, I'm doing a daggone thing.
Any last words or advice you want to give about like just any business people or somebody who wants to start like a career in driving school or just coming out into a boss? Any last words you want to give them?
So time is money with me. So I'm gonna let you know right now, if you want to, figure out how you want to start your own school, I did have someone, she's actually, she's up next, because eventually I will get old. Like I said, there's some old men that has driving schools. Okay, same thing with me.
Yes.
I'm going to eventually get older, and I'll fall out of knowing what the Joneses is and all of that, but she's up and running. Shout out to her. It's called I'm Around Driving Lessons. Okay. So she's up and coming next with being a driving school, and that's dope for her.
Okay.
So I know, just like she was asking me, so what are some things, some insurance that listen, you want to know how to start a driving school? Pay for my class. That's how that go.
Period.
Yeah, so I do have classes. I mentor as well. Lord, look at that.
I love that.
Yeah, so so I'm not giving them no tape on how to start a driving school, but I'll definitely tell you, for being an entrepreneur, is like I said, have it all mapped out, work for these companies, and learn something from these companies before you just go out there and try to be an entrepreneur.
Love that. When I tell y'all, this girl right here. She's something special. I mean, honestly, I feel like you've given me and everybody who is watching and listening so much, and so little time. Like you can just tell, like you're so passionate about everything that you're saying, and I feel the energy so much. And when I tell you, I'm so happy that everything that you're doing, I love that you're so uniquely you, and like the avenue that you're taking. You know what I mean? And I love that. although it's a career where you're creating, financial stability, but in all, is you just wanting to help people so they don't have to go through what you went through.
Right.
And for me, I feel that before I feel like I just see somebody just wanting to just, no, it's like, no, like, listen, like, I'm gonna show you to make this a little bit easier for you. You know what I mean? And I love that. And you can just feel the drive and determination that you have, because for me, when I'm talking to people and meeting people, I get so much of just like energy from determination. I can just see and feel how determined you are. You know what I mean? How motivated you are. Like you out here, you just ready to get it, and you ready to just set it off. And I love that. So when I tell you, all the best in everything that you are doing.
Thank you.
Everything that you're trying to set off. I can't wait to see you in Atlanta, girl.
Listen.
We're gonna have to do a recap.
Right.
It's gonna be the
Part two.
Part two. We're gonna be in Atlanta.
Right, exactly. Yeah, we gotta really be out there.
We're gonna be in Atlanta, period.
Yeah.
But let them know where they can find you, the social medias, all of that.
Okay, so social media is literally TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. Is literally just type in Nigels Driving Specialist. And then I have my personal page, which is _Nigel C. And you can find all of my side hustles on there as well, with a little bit of driving school on there as well. So y'all can find me on there. Make sure y'all book with Nigel's Driving. If you're trying to get your license or your permit on the first try, I help with both. We are the best driving school in the city. And that's just on that. Like, it's not another company that's gonna carry it the way we carry it. Like I said, people here to take your money and get you to book 1 billion lessons. I'm so confident I'm gonna show you everything in one lesson, and it's up to you to come back, which I know you will.
That's right. Y'all heard what she said.
Period.
Y'all heard what she said.
Yeah, I feel like I had the Riscata. Look at that. Period. Toast to that. Look, man, this is all water, baby.
Toast to that.
Look at that. That's water, baby.
There you go. But no, for real, like I wish all the best for you.
Thank you.
I swear, I mean that. And y'all already know how it is. Keep it locked. Make sure y'all tune back in.
Period.
Fridays at 8. Make sure, like, this one is definitely y'all. She not playing with y'all.
Not playing at all.
Y'all know how we do it,
Right? Then he playing, y'all. This kid, right?
But yeah, y'all. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Talk to your Ty. We coming live. Thank you so much to my guests.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you.
This is nice. I like the whole situation. I feel like all entrepreneurs should tap in with you. You shouldn't even have to tap in with them. You got it going on. Y'all see this LED light? Listen, when you got the LED light, that means you mean business. You feel me? That means you mean business. He got the cap on the mics. He ain't playing with y'all. He is not coming to play. Man, this is serious.
Girl, while she on the road, I'm in here.
Yeah. We working, okay? I'm not playing well.
Yeah, but yeah, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned.
Period. And that's that.
No,
Look, that's
right.
that.
We out.